Wouldn't you know it, that's today. Tone shift, huh? How about that? Well, welcome everybody. Same Aqua Lounge, same Aqua channel, same Aqua setup, but we got a lot of new stuff coming. First of all, new mic. How's it sound? Everything okay? Video has reignited my spark. Little peaky, huh? Alright, let me take it down. Sounds bad and not good. Alright, flipping coming down. Taking it down. Alright. Alright, how about... Okay, this is right in this spot here. Alright, very good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yep, this is a, Yo, what is this game? Quiet. I am tuning this with a new mic processor. Down on my, Flipnic. Yeah, too quiet, too quiet, too quiet, too quiet. And how are we doing now? Very good. We're good. Excellent. So yeah, hello to everybody, and sorry to everybody whose notice I missed. Got a whole crap ton of notice while I was running videos and tuning my own horn. Got a whole bunch of it does have a compressor. It has a very expensive compressor hooked up to it right now. Yeah, the Xbox 360 headset is intentional. That is a aesthetic choice, but one that will likely be changing. So yeah. Oh, there we go. Panic Sugar Stretch is now following. Thank you for the follow. Yeah. So new microphone. Believe it or not. Oh no. Nojoto, thank you so much for posting links. You are the resident link poster, linking to all sorts of great stuff, and I'm always really happy you do it because I want everybody to click on them, and I want people to discover stuff from this stream. So I appreciate what you do, and I'm glad to see you back. Welcome back, Jamie. Welcome back, everybody. I'm glad to be back. So I'm going to start playing some pinball, and while I play some pinball... Oh, I just got a new subscription from Dieting Hippo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I've been hearing all sorts... Oh, tier 1 sub. Thank you. I've been hearing all sorts of great stuff coming in. Oh, and another one. Glitchwolf just subscribed. A 2-month, currently on a 1-month streak. Be a Prime sub. Thank you, Panic Sugar Stretch. Thank you. Oh, welcome, Waka66. First time chat. Oh my goodness gracious. Lovely elevator music and pinball footage. The cookie notice fills up the cookie notice. And zoom out to dismiss it. The cookie notice. Okay. I'm not aware of that. I'll be taking a look at that. Thank you, by the way. You may be noticing that there are a couple of rough edges, and this is because this is my first time back, for those who are unaware, in about a year. And oh my gosh, Glitchy Sai, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Valiant AMM, thank you for the tier 1 sub. All sorts of confetti falling down in the little stream chat. Oh, Komodo Hype is going. This is a Japan Studio joint, yes. And not just a Japan Studio joint, Iridor. This is by the same development team that did another Aqua Lounge favorite, Fantavision. But, let me get underway here. So much to talk about. Might as well do it over a little bit of pinball. Alright. There we go, American controls. Biology A. As you can see, this is by the same team who did Fantavision on the PS2, which is a favorite of mine. Extremely dense, vaguely industrial UI design. The thing I really like about it, a lot of impact font here, a lot of brushed metal. played a lot of PS2 in your youth. Well, you'll be happy to know that the PS2 loaded with good stuff, and I have access to a hideous amount of it. So expect deep cuts for retro stuff here on the channel. I'm glad that you're enjoying the 360 mic aesthetic here.
Hit all bumpers that have arrows.
Oh boy, hit all bumpers. The audio delay on this is pretty significant. So this is a pinball game, the likes of which I have not seen, or seen from very few developers.
Wonderful.
Uh-oh.
Lucky Flamingo.
A website button.
Hit the stars. To
Oh my god.
Flamingo.
A website button. What? Hit the stars to collect flamingos with what? Oh, it's pachinko. I see. Oh, well, I just whiffed that. I was looking for my flippers. Oh, my result is terrible. I do have a website button. I don't have it available anywhere yet, but I could make it available via the site. That was actually done via request from another viewer of mine. Oh no, down the waterfall. Just FYI, I'm not going to be doing very well at this, because this game is infamously difficult. But PS2 games that are deep cuts are going to be regulars on this channel, as well as everything back to, I would wager, Super NES, all the way up to PlayStation 3, and now, or I suppose soon, Xbox 360. I have been doing a little bit of, modification. Say that. The rest, well, you can figure that out. Slot chance up there. Yes, you joke playing PS2, but Africa is one of the reasons why I hacked my PS2. Oh, multi-ball. Africa, and of course, partial namesake for the stream, Aquanaut's Holiday Hidden Memories.
Your chance for a big bonus. Wonderful.
Oh wow, I managed to block that up. There we go. The tilt message in this game, by the way, is phenomenal. You'll see it eventually, as I inevitably panic. But, yeah, Aquanaut's Holiday Hidden Memories. Aquanauts is kind of my default. The Aquanauts dwell in the Aqua Lounge. If you are a person of the Aqua Lounge, you are an Aquanaut. Like, you know, people from cities are called things. Don't call them gamers. A big UFO is coming.
Danger approaches.
There's only a few seconds to get to it.
Within the time limit to start multi-ball play, or leave the area.
Well,
Ready.
or leave the area. That sounds extremely threatening.
Hit all bumpers that have arrows.
Well, I whiffed that. Oh, I see. So, yeah, the contextual interactive elements of this game are really fascinating. I'm using button presses to manipulate the bumpers. The Aquabats. As far as I understand, the Aquabats and the Aqua Lounge do not know each other. The Aquabats are like Mormon or something. I just learned that recently. It's like the same vintage of Twee that Napoleon Dynamite is from, I suppose. Yeah, I just learned that recently. The Aquabats are Mormon.
Either hit the
Go
big
figure.
tree within the time limit to start multi-ball play, or leave the area.
Trying to hit that big tree and get that. Oh, we're close. Oh, here we go. We're doing something. Oh, it's multi-ball time.
Multi-ball.
Pokemon sequel, more mod.
Fantastic time.
Multi-ball.
Aim for all the arrows.
I will have a fantastic time. Thank you for asking.
Good.
I love this narrator. I love how he's just carrying on. So, this game was so insane that despite it being an in-house title, Sony Computer Entertainment America actually refused to publish it in America. Capcom picked it up, of all people. And it was a pretty late release, if I understand, in America. I think it was like 2005, which is kind of shocking.
Hit the blue UFO.
I might be wrong on that, but
Get an extra
I seem
ball.
to recall it. Thank you, Sultry. Welcome. Glad to be back. Warning. What am I? Oh, that faked me out.
Get ready.
These streams will be archived.
Hit all bumpers that have arrows.
As I do some Q&A, I'll go into, I don't know what the future of that looks like, but don't worry, these streams will be archived and made available on YouTube. For those familiar, they might know that Twitch has recently changed their upload policy to limit it to very rather paltry number of hours for clips and VODs. So we will be focusing on YouTube, which we already have been, but we'll be focusing primarily on YouTube going forward for VOD access. But as I play pinball, I'm going to look away from chat for a little bit. I'm going to tell you a little bit about why this whole hiatus happened. It's actually pretty simple.
Ready.
During the time I launched Aqua Lounge, and the time I ran it, I was holding down so many forts, hitting so many plates at the same time. Not only was I fully time employed as a virtual reality developer, of course, managing things around the house, also doing indie dev stuff as well, and Aqua Lounge, all at the same time, and some other projects too. Frankly, I wasn't able to give the stream the attention and time it deserved. I realized that some things about the Aqua Lounge format, which will be changing, not in nature, but more so in logistics and how it's sliced up. For those who are long-time viewers, the numbered Aqua Lounge streams were rather big, long showcases, kind of zine showcase-like streams with a mix of retro stuff. Oh, thank you for the Prime sub, Sultry. Thank you so much. They ran about 2 hours, and they ran about 3 hours, and then they ran about 3.5 hours, and oh my goodness, thank you, Sultry going crazy with the gift subs. Gifting tier 1 subs. Very few of you may remember my last stream that I did on Aqua Lounge. That was a little over a year ago. A holiday stream I did where I, a very ill-fated run of a little Super Nintendo game by the name of Snoopy Concert. A semi-lost Nintendo developed Peanuts point and click. The Snoopy incident, yes. Those of you who were there, you know. Well, it turned out there's a reason that they didn't bring that game over. Oh my goodness, Glitchy Site going crazy with the gift subs. How many gift subs is that? It's so much that I can't even see it. It's overflowed my chat. So much generosity. Thank you. And a subscription. Oh my god, they're just gonna be, you're gonna be hearing that submarine sonar ping for a while because I think it's all built up and streamlined. We're all gonna have to go through it. Yeah. Yeah, that's for a while. Thank you. Thank you for the subs. But yeah, Snoopy Concert, that was kind of a moment where I had a reckoning. These streams are getting too long. They're just getting too long. Snoopy Concert, by the end of the game, was an ordeal. And that is mostly Snoopy Concert's fault. It is not very good, which is a shame, because there are some really good parts about it. It's gorgeous. It's got a hip Tanaka soundtrack that transposed all of the Peanuts Minstrelli stuff onto the Super Nintendo. It's gorgeous looking, it's gorgeous sounding, and it's not a good game. That was rather ill-fated. Yes, the gameplay is zero vibes. The gameplay in Snoopy Concert is hateful. It's really hateful puzzle design that just disrespects your time. I think there was probably a good game in there somewhere, and it was lost in development. That's what happens with IP-based stuff. But that was kind of a wake-up call to me that these streams need to be a little shorter. So this one's only going to be running for about another hour. Plus, this is sort of a welcome back stream. This is a lot of talking, not really full programming. That's okay. Just here to talk over a fun little game of Flipnic as I navigate this bizarre, photorealistic waterfall jungle. Which I guess begs the question, what makes a game photorealistic? I think it's mostly a stylistic choice, right? Because I would call this game more photorealistic looking in appearance than a lot of, 4K UHD modern games that really angle for that sort of hyper-real, for lack of a better term, high-fidelity gamer look. But this is really using a lot of muted colors and naturalistic textures. Photorealistic for the digital cameras. Alright. Oh, skill shot. Got it. We're up onto the top table. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Oh, and thank you for the follow.
Hit all bumpers with the ball.
Maryland
All
60.
butterflies.
That was a lovely little stroll that we just took. To call butterflies. I can do that. Watch it. Lane count. 1.
Good.
Me. Oh, I don't...
Select yes to continue your game.
Me. Jeez. I've just been feeling kind of down. Flipnic announcer. You can summon butterflies. Me. Oh shit, for real? But, yeah. So, one of the things that I'm going to be doing going forward with Aqualounge is the streams are going to be shorter, but they're going to be more frequent. Because, well, I took a hiatus because I was doing too much. For those of you who don't know, I am fun-employed right now. And in all irony, a game developer fun-employed by choice, rather than by layoffs or other ill circumstance. I've been kicking myself for it ever since, but at the same time, it's not been done blindly. Not something that I've done without a plan. Oh yes, it does remind me of Hyperbole a little bit. Except Hyperbole, the controls are a little more direct. Oh no, Amogus was actually a great project. I'm not going to comment on my time, my former employer, but I did have a great time at Amogus. Yeah, I have gotten the opportunity to do a little more prototyping, and have worked out a way to do that without overextending myself or putting myself in terrible amounts of risk. And, well, it's true that everything seems to be on fire at the moment, but there's no time like the present, and I don't think waiting around is going to do me much good. So if I can do my own thing at this time, I'm going to do it. Aqualounge is a big part of that. And without giving away too much... Oh, thank you! Hey, Felix! Good to see you. In a while. You're doing well. But, yeah. So because of that, I make my own schedule. And because of that, Aqualounge is going to be a more frequent occurrence. I'm going to be streaming. My goal is at least 3 times a month. Still not, a full-time Twitch streamer, etc. But Sundays are going to be typical, and a weekday stream as well. Yeah, streams are going to be, anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half in length. Probably featuring 1-2 games at most. I'll probably do pairings of some sort. That said, the focus on indie isn't going to go away, and I still do want to kind of keep some format of that sort of zine showcase, the Aqualounge numbered streams. Oh, Is DVI here too? Oh my god. Everybody's here. I can't keep up. I'm too busy playing Flipnic. I have just realized that this is actually a slot machine that I can use. Oh, here comes the UFO. I want him to pick up my ball. Oh, close. Oh, I think it just settled over. Yeah, he just blocked something. The call of the lounge. I did feel the call of the lounge. That's why I couldn't give it up. And, without spoiling too much, I also consider Aqua Lounge not something at odds with, but instead, intermingled with my professional endeavors as a developer. So, you will be seeing things that I make on this stream. I cannot tell you any more than that right now. I cannot tell you when. But my game dev career and my streaming career, as far as I am concerned, one and the same thing right now. You'll be seeing that. Aqua Lounge will be the place to find it.
Hit all bumpers with the ball to call butterflies.
Well, here are those butterflies he was talking about. Beautiful. Oh, I love the chameleon. Call butterflies. No more calling butterflies. Other Aqua Lounge chat and Q&A for what the future of Aqua Lounge going forward looks like. Yes, I do want to keep the sort of indie scene sort of streams, the quote-unquote Aqua Lounge numbered streams. I don't want them to go away entirely. One of the big problems I hit arranging those was, frankly, curating material. Lots of good indie games are coming out all the time, and I encourage you to go and look on, itch.io, etc. Just comb through the recently released and see what you find. You can find some real bangers that way. Uh-oh.
Wonderful.
An Aqua Lounge game jam. That's an interesting idea.
Color puzzle.
I like that. Write that one down. I don't know who I'm saying that to, but write that one down. Come on, there.
Line up all the same colors and aim for bingo.
Oh, goodness. What do I have? Well, thank you for the follow. Lazuli Alter. Aqua Lounge? Yeah, the Discord. That's a great segue to which, if you are not a member of the Aqua Lounge Discord, please join us. It will be the place for all extreme R&D, Q&A, iteration, audience participation, potentials to communicate with C-Man, which we will not be doing today, I'm sorry. But C-Man Live is going to remain as a segment, kind of reimagining what it'll look like, but it will involve the core tenet of speaking to C-Man over the internet. That part's not going away, and it is going to run on hardware. Yes, chat plays C-Man. Well, it's less so chat plays C-Man and more radio call-in show talk to C-Man. This has been going for a while, the tech works, and it has been a favorite of mine. So C-Man Live will return. As far as other Aqua Lounge changes, a little bit of boring stuff, I suppose. I'm working on an overhauled overlay. A lot of the graphics, like this stuff here, I think they're really good. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm not going to fix it. But you'll be seeing things like new visualizers, new effects, new fun things to do with channel points. And thank you, Nojoto, for posting the link to the Discord. Much appreciate that. And of course, if you need any link, you can always go to linktree/aqualounge.tv or plainoldaqua.lounge.tv. That's everything you need to know. some boring technical details, a new overlay, keeping a lot of the same graphics while adding new ones, refining things, and adding brand new features that are only possible through the magic of the Unity game engine, which is currently powering Overlay V1. Overlay V2 is in development. I wanted to have it a little further along
Congratulations.
by the time the stream hit, but as you know, technical difficulties in the 11th hour, and I'm using the old school overlay. The prescribed number of bumpers. This man is so cryptic. One of these days, I'm gonna get the new overlay runs on Unreal. That's funny.
Good.
The chat being cut off, and that's on the website. Hey, Scooter Dubes, welcome. Good to see you. Yes, that's an am, assuming that's on aqualounge.tv website proper.
Hit all bumpers with the ball to call butterfly.
Congratulations. I don't know what he was congratulating me on. That was a whiff. Well, you know, funny you should ask. The versions of Doom and Doom 2 on Switch, the stream overlay to the left of the gameplay video.
Ready.
Chat being cut off. Oh, I see. The sort of stencil shape. That's something I can revisit. I think I'm not opposed to changing that. That's a good piece of feedback. I am probably going to open up a overlay wish list in the Discord, and can put some thoughts in there about things you would like to see changed, things you would like to see improved, new features you would like. One thing I'm looking for, all sorts of fun audience participation opportunities here, is fun with channel points. Uh-oh, drink my water, huh? Okay. No, just for you.
Ready.
Check this out. See that? That's a hydro flask. I'm hydrated. How about that? That is why it's called the Aqua Lounge. We hydrate here. Yeah, Doom 1 and 2. That's what I was saying. So funny you should mention, Doom 1 and 2 on the Switch are actually running in Unity, but only as a launcher. Essentially, they did a source port of Doom and are running it in Unity as a wrapper in order to get it to compile and to build for Switch. Brian Bucklow's Caves and Cuts does the same thing. As does, I think the Katamari ports, like Katamari Reroll and We Love Katamari Reroll, are a little bit more intensive in the Unity stuff they use. But that's a more common approach than you'd think. So yes, the butterfly. Yes, the Aqua Lounge overlay could probably run Doom if I had access to its software source code. And by that I mean the port they did, not I believe most ports of Doom are based on the Atari Jaguar version, if that's correct. I believe that's the version that John Carmack was happiest with. Regardless, one thing that I want to figure out with this new overlay is fun things to do with channel points, because we have those. I can give them out. I have no idea what to do with them. Yeah, John Carmack really liked the Jaguar version of Doom. He was really happy with it. Moist Parlor? Absolutely not. Not a chance. The right-wing Aqua Lounge. Banned. Moist Parlor and I are at war. Have the channel points play sound bites for large amounts. I have fun ideas that are better than sound bites. You'll see. But one of the things that's my goal with this V2 overlay, in addition to adding a whole bunch of features, is to make it a package, or not a package, but a bundle of software that anybody can download. Ready. If anybody can download it, well, It opens up opportunities for, oh, I got a follow. Thank you, Silent W. Oh. But yes, what I'm trying to get at here, as I said in the video, I am not... oh, another follow from the Delta Niner. Oh, yes. Can you integrate channel points into the overlay or stream visuals? I absolutely can. And there we have it. Rest, you'll have to see. Oh, Graft's not here. Giving all sorts of tier 1 subs. Holy moly, what is going on here? I don't even know. I'm looking at this chat on my phone. I'm talking like a advanced attention deficit disorder. Tsunami. That subscribe font I'm actually going to be changing because it's not particularly legible. But that is the Fruitopia font, the old beverage. It is going to be replaced. Thank you, Graf. Much appreciated. Thank you. But yeah, the Fruitopia font was a stylistic choice that doesn't work very well. Yeah, enjoy it while it lasts. But the Fruitopia font is out there if you want it. I want the super mission. Oh, I got it. Oh, it's time for the super mission. Freeze over. Oh wow, the Aqua Lounge has frozen. We are now in the Ice Lounge. Beautiful. I can open up a new passage. Wow, this is very interesting. The entire dynamic of the table just changed. This game kicks ass. The alligators did not freeze over or something. So yeah, if you're not in the Discord already, go to the linktree, aqualounge.tv, hop in the Discord, because I'm going to be starting a topic that is a overlay wish list, technical improvements, and other things you want to see added. But the thing I've been trying to get to is, I am trying to make it as easy as possible for people to pick up the overlay and start streaming to Aqua Lounge themselves. This is not meaning that anybody can do it. Like I said, Aqua Lounge's aesthetic is carefully curated, but you could produce a pitch or an idea for something that you would want to run. My lines are open. aqualounge.tv@gmail.com. Overlay V2's primary purpose is to make it easier for other people to pitch into the channel. I'm thinking of a multi-streamer, single-channel situation. If I recall, Twitch had the ability to have people stream to another channel, and that has since been removed. So we're not going to be able to do that. But yes, one of my goals with Aqua Lounge now is to grow it. Multiple people. That is also being worked on technically. Things are coming along really well on the new overlay. Wasn't quite able to get it working tonight. Too bad. So sad. There were some under the hood changes that were... Oh! Wonderful. Oh my goodness. No, raids are still possible. Oh, I did this. Oh, the hidden path has been discovered. Oh, so I froze the waterfall. And then I broke the ice.
To collect all tiny coins.
Most curious indeed. Now it's become a strange mountain climbing game. This game is extremely overwhelming. But it is wonderful. I am having a great time. Yeah, it is kind of a backlash table, isn't it? In a literal way. And interestingly enough, co-host. Do I still have a co-host link somewhere? I thought I took that out. Oh, rip. Let it be known that I paid for co-host premium up until it shut down. No regrets. People who run that site are good people. I know people have odd opinions about it. They're fair. They can have those. I know the folks that run that place.
Ready.
So, what all we covered? Format changes, overlay changes, technical changes, new fun goodies, more frequent streams, more people streaming. I do have some other fun plans. Here's another one. Boring technical detail. For a while, and some people might know this if they've been around for an extended period of time. My laptop has been the thing driving Aqua Lounge from here on, or from the beginning on. It's running it tonight. And the games, of course, are all played from real hardware. There's a real PlayStation 2 right now. That's going to be changing too. I have a new mini PC that's going to be the new Aqua Lounge mini machine. That'll be responsible for OBS and streaming stuff. This is because I was using another mini PC of mine, and it had an integrated graphics chip that just did not play well with a lot of indie titles, particularly ones running in Unreal. And so I did a little investment, and things are all changed around now. My laptop will drive any indie stuff that I run, which will continue to be a part of the channel, of course. And the mini will be, yes. See this here?
Continue your game.
Look at that. That's a DualShock 2, baby. This is running on the real deal.
Ready.
Pure hardware for me, whenever I can get it. It includes PSP and PS Vita. I do have a 3DS, but installing a capture card in that is expensive and Oh, so close. Just like a little puzzle almost. Interesting. 3DS capture software is really bad. From what I understand, 3DS capture, you have to do via hardware. You have to add a hardware card. And even then, it's not great. But when possible, real hardware. That's all year one roadmap stuff. Rather than break it all out, have it all be done by the time I started streaming again, I told myself, let's get the community involved in this. I have the time now, which I didn't have before. The regularly involved in Discord conversation. So I have the tech backbone laid out. This new overlay is feasible. Mini PC switchover is feasible. Given the person power, multiple streamers are feasible. Let's build this thing together. And that's kind of going to be my approach with it going forward. I do have some secret plans of my own that you don't get to know yet. Because Aqua Lounge is fun with surprises. Prizes are my favorite part of streaming. Being able to make everybody's jaws drop a little bit, but something cool. That's just kind of the person I am. But the path forward has a broad vision and specific implementation. Join the Discord, we can figure it out together. Looking forward to it. That's right, Max Krieger jaw dropper. Jaw dropping. How can he be so bad at this pinball table? That's the jaw dropping thing. The answer is this game is actually very difficult. Oh, see, that was jaw droppingly bad.
Ready.
So, it's a little Q&A about future of Aqua Lounge from a logistical perspective. Like, things to come, technical aspects, programming. A new schedule, by the way, is being finalized. You will hear it as soon as it's ready. I have to figure out what days of the week work best for me, other than Sunday, essentially. That's all the low-level stuff. Obviously, for those who are late to the stream, I put out a relaunch video. That relaunch video, I said a lot of stuff. And all of it's true. At least I'm convinced all of it is true. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to play a little something for you. A little bonus treat. Then we're going to go back to Flipnic and have some Q&A. Be right back. But first, watch this. Yeah, we still got those two. Oh my goodness, thank God. Something none of you knew. I had a terrible desync issue on my end with the capture card audio of this game. It was about 5 seconds behind while I was running stream. So, actually, give me a second. I did this for a reason. There we go. You change the little title card there, yeah. So, yeah. I talked a lot of stuff in that video. The post-gaming age. It's a broad concept. And kind of my own personal stake in it. And my time working in virtual reality, which again, I will be refraining from commenting on my specific employer, the nature of my work. You can look it up if you want. Not exactly a secret. That's not really what I'm talking about, because the feelings that I have about video games right now are a lot broader than one employer or one platform or virtual reality versus console versus handheld versus hybrid or whatever. They're a lot bigger. So, I'll try to field some questions from you folks, if you have any in the chat. I'll try to get to them. No promises about order, because I'm also playing Flipnic. But, in the meantime, I'm just going to share some thoughts about all this. I have not played Honeycomb Beat, no. I'm not familiar with it. Or, yeah, tell me more about Honeycomb Beat. Oh, is the game desynced? Do we have desync issues here? Alright, give me a sec. How are we doing now? Better? Excellent. Yeah, just a little bit of weirdness with the capture card. Very good. Very good. So, Honeycomb Beat. That's another thing I should do in the Discord. You remind me, I'm going to open up a game suggestions list. Retro, and modern indie stuff. Even indie stuff that's, last 5 years or so. Kind of the modern era we're in. Totally cool. I'll even do some, indie classics, maybe. Maybe we're getting to the point where I can do stuff like, Vintage RPG Maker. Pretty much anything that just, can inform the present. Oh, we did it! Oh, no. What on earth is this? Oh, my God. I have no idea what's happening. Well, the Q&A is going to have to wait until I'm out of zero gravity because I have no idea what I'm looking at. Wow. I don't even know what's happening. What is my goal? There's some polyhedrons. There's some clipping bumpers. There's a man. It was a man. There's a person in there.
Select yes to continue your game. Ready. Ready.
This is not my beautiful house. This is not my PlayStation 2. No bonus! What was the... What?
You unlock the next stage.
Oh my God. Yeah. We might have to stream this again, I think. The mysteries within Flipnic are vast.
Multi-ball. Have a fantastic time.
I will have a fantastic
Aim for all the arrows. Your chance for a big bonus. Good.
I desynced again. Hopefully that's just a temporary problem. Well, yes, post-gaming age, speaking of. That sure is a thing that just happened. I'm kind of at a loss for words about that. Thank you, Rob, for following.
Either hit the big tree within the time limit to start multi-ball play, or leave the area.
Or leave the area. Where's my ball? Oh, it's up there. I see. I would like to go. I've left the area. I'm hurrying. Oh, I'm up here now. Oh, man. I went back in the Crocodile River.
Hit all bumpers that have arrows.
The bowling alley when you get a strike. Yes, well, I was beginning to go into a different phase here of Q&A, talking a little bit about what the post-gaming age is and my thoughts of things at large, kind of what's motivating this season of Aqua Lounge, but that was a little distracting, you have to admit. Well, yes, the post-gaming age.
Danger approaches. Either hit the big tree within the time limit to start multi-ball play, or leave the area.
Perfect comparison. This is like multimedia. This is a multimedia experience.
Hurry, hurry!
Yeah, what's going on with my capture card? I have a sneaking suspicion what that might be. I might have to slightly change my configuration, but that's kind of why we're doing this. the UFO again.
Oh my god.
I would very much like... Oh! Oh, it got me! I'm in the UFO!
Hit all bumpers.
Where I was. The main video regarding the post-gaming age. Could somebody link back to the Aqua Lounge relaunch video in the chat?
Good. Danger approaches. Either hit the big tree within the time limit to start multi-ball play, or leave the area.
There are no drop frames. Maybe this might be on hardware, now that I think about it. Or not. I'm not sure.
Hurry, hurry!
But yeah, what do I mean by post-gaming age when I say post-gaming age? Well, I don't mean that gaming is done. I don't mean that gaming is dead. I don't mean that gaming is collapsing, and I don't mean that we're in an industry crash. I don't think any of those things are true. People love to throw around another. I was abducted. My God.
Hit all bumpers.
Me too, announcer. My God. Yes, post-gaming, as a bowl of Johnny-O says, being a definition of people who respect the medium, look at it from a historical perspective, and what is the shiny flavor of the month is. That's kind of the idea. Yes, the AG period, after gaming period. So, you know how postmodernism didn't mean that modernism was, or the modern was over, right? Modernism was a movement, kind of a philosophy. And all post means is that we are in an era that is moving past a paradigm where the new paradigm has not yet defined the shape of the era. So post-gaming means that gaming is the dominant paradigm, gamer is the dominant paradigm, and dominant lifestyle image in particular. I think that we've hit saturation on that. I think that we're kind of culturally reckoning with that in a way where I see very similarly to various fandoms like Western Cape Comics, pro wrestling, etc. There becomes sort of this, what's the term? Mutually assured decline. When you focus too much on feeding an audience whose cultural appeal has become insular. Broadway musicals. And these are all great things that I love pro wrestling. I love Broadway. I like some Broadway. Like, taste-wise, it's not always my thing, but you tell me that an Andrew Lloyd Webber show is being produced, I'll go. I have a great time. This doesn't mean that any of these things are dead.
Wonderful.
But it does mean in certain cases, take Broadway musicals, for example. Actually, first, let's see this. The Circle of Life. What on earth is going on?
Circle of life.
I wanted to talk. I should have picked a normal game.
Jackpot revived.
What on earth? So, consider pro wrestling, for instance. A boom era of pro wrestling really defined its flavor to the mainstream. Its audience, in America anyway, different parts of the world, but its audience enters this strange period of kind of a vicious cycle of we want to break away from legacy names, but people won't watch new stuff unless there are names they recognize. We've hit a point with the MCU, famously, where we've hit kind of the ceiling
Hit all
on
bumpers that have
characters that the non-comic literate public is readily able to recognize. So now we're getting all the scrimblos, as it were, getting Marvel content. And it's not doing particularly well. There comes a point where if your lifestyle image around your medium doesn't accurately reflect the innate appeal of it and gets too focused
hit all
on
bumpers with the ball to call butterfly.
its current base and sort of the establishment that they have helped construct, rather than by expanding its potential. And this is frequently economic in nature. It enters a point where, in video games, for instance, gamers and publishers would be locked into a sort of death spiral, where gamers demand things be in a form that is kind of standardized. Battle Pass is a great example. Thinking about games that have not played by the Battle Pass paradigm particularly well, when that is what is expected by the sort of people who want to engage with games that are Battle Pass based. And so you get kind of inertia amongst big service games like Fortnite, Warzone, etc. And the more inert that becomes, the harder it is to move. And the harder it is to move, the less movement there is, and the less movement there is, the less people are retained. Do I feel that this death spiral is partially influenced by general sanitizing and over-monetization of big-budget games? I do. I don't think it's as simple as over-monetization. I think that we've reached a point in video games where, and this has always been true, but we've reached kind of a critical point with it. The most expensive part of making a game, and this comes from my personal experience as a professional, is the most expensive part is creating assets. And what an asset is, a piece of art, a designed thing, a thing built by human hands. That is an asset, be it audio, art, an area of a game, a scripted interaction. Those are the most expensive parts of the game. As we have increased our visual fidelity, we have long relied on the wow factor of that visual fidelity in video games to be the thing keeping people excited. We have long relied on that being the wow factor, keeping people motivated to adopt new platforms and spend money in video games. That has scaled to the point of complexity, following not just photorealistic, quote, I use air quotes here, photorealistic graphics, but with photorealistic graphics comes an expectation amongst players for the world itself and the interactions within it to behave photorealistically. The amount of minute detail that is needed in order to create something convincing. And so if you pull back on that, of course, the audience that you have cultivated by pursuing that sort of escalating pageantry approach to how games should progress, you can't go back with that audience. You can't go backwards with them. When what you have built that audience on and that promise on with your consumer is always bigger and more. You can't turn the clock back with that crowd that you've built, because that's the expectation, that's the social contract between you and your player. And so, we've just been coming up with every possible way to make it make sense economically. Be that, quadruple A service games, expansion packs, etc. DLC, gotcha mechanics. What the hell?
Level 1.
Oh my, what the hell is this? I want to feed him. I want to feed him the ball. What on earth is happening? Oh, there we go, bananas. Feed the... Oh, what? How do I feed him the banana?
Result.
Will the wonders never cease? Okay, so I got 4 bananas. That's fair. Monkey has summoned a raid. Yeah, that's right. But, yes, back to the topic at hand, before I was so rudely interrupted by Hungry Monkey. This is going to be a fun mod to watch. So yeah, if you build your audience on the promise of bigger and better with every console generation, every quantum leap in graphics technology, etc., you can't admit to them, okay, we've reached the point where this is no longer affordable for us to make. Because they'll get mad. Because that's the promise you built with them. And so if you can't go back, you have to go forward. But if you go forward, you have to find a way to make it make sense economically. And frankly, the currency that the game industry increasingly began to rely on was not money but time. Time is finite. And by time, I specifically mean attention, engagement, free concentration.
Select yes.
They started
Continue.
to take layaway on money. Or perhaps that's not the right term. But they started to try to convert time into money because their other finance streams weren't working out. The problem with time is that it is finite. And I think that regarding that strategy, we've hit a dead end. And we're seeing the results of that. Look at what's going on with Ubisoft. By the way, it is Ubisoft. It's not Ubisoft, it's Ubisoft. Anytime I've said Ubisoft, I've been wrong. Ubisoft stands for Ubiquitous Software. Yeah, there's a very real chance with Ubisoft, if the next Assassin's Creed doesn't perform well, that the company might have something terrible happen to it. I know the Game Mall family's been trying to take it private with Tencent investment, but I don't think that's happened, and I think maybe it's not. So we're kind of at a point where you can't go back and you can't go forward. It doesn't make sense. With somebody like Nintendo, of course, Switch games, they're their own sort of animal in comparison to the video game space, but not even they're immune. And so far, any efforts to define games and a lifestyle around games, other than the gamer, has been secondary to the gamer. We always talk about, indie games, this and that, the rise of indies, this and that, creativity from indie games. Indie games are the answer to everything. Well, indie games is such a broad label that they only exist as the moon to the sun of AAA. What does indie mean, other than it's smaller than a big budget game? It's a totally non-descriptive term. We talk about, of course, I wouldn't call myself a Dave the Diver hater. But oh no, here we go. We found the gold UFO. You earned 1 extra credit.
You earned 1
Marvelous.
extra credit.
I love the use of FFP in this game. I love how compressed it is. Looks like we're playing Scenic or something. Great. Yeah, gacha games are trying to sell you a lifestyle almost. Particularly the otaku-y ones. But that's kind of the otaku lifestyle, I would say. And that's already defined. And I wouldn't particularly call that a healthy lifestyle either. But you are right, in that is different than the gamer, in a sense. Where stuff like Koyoverse falls, I'm not quite sure.
Good.
Regardless, at least in the Western sense, indie is really just kind of the absence of AAA.
Ready.
And what that actually means when AAA is at the stagnant point, that's very nebulous. And the fact of the matter is, nobody with means really has any any idea how the hell to market indie games. They never have. Because they've always seen their audience as the people who aren't buying AAA. There are some publishers who have tried. I feel like they've ultimately had to follow the money and have deluded themselves. There are some independent organizations.
Wonderful.
Like Haunted PS1, and even Wholesome Games, that I think are the closest to understanding the problem and what we need as a solution. We need to reach out to people based on the why they play. The why is different for everybody. People play Haunted PS1 games because they love horror. Horror, as a genre of media, is one of the first to really get it in a way that's self-sustaining. Look at Shudder. A self-sustaining horror streaming service with modest budgets and swaths of original content and a die-hard fan base. So people play Haunted PS1 for a combination of interest in the aesthetic angle, and that has in turn kind of become to define a lot of the PS1 style 3D that has become popular. And you have stuff like 500 caliber contracts, which when that game comes out, you know I'm going to be that kind of moved that vibe away from horror and its own cultural offshoot, but it is related. And then with Wholesome Games, it's self-descriptive. People know what they want with Wholesome Games, and they know what they're going to get with Wholesome Games. Those are both lifestyles. Those are lifestyles that people gather around, that people socialize around, because it's a common human experience that people want to socialize around. Obviously, I've thought a lot about the fighting game community versus online multiplayer a lot, and how the FGC really formed, and the norms of it formed pre-internet, and how you actually had to show up. And by show up, I don't mean just in person. As a person, you had to show up. You had to show up socially. You had to, it was very similar to like a kind of DIY sort of music scene. You had to show up as a persona and navigate all the social dynamics of that. Yes, Flipnic mentioned. So the fighting game community really had, like for instance, you weren't anonymous. You know, you were a person with a reputation. But if you had a reputation, you had a personality. If you had a personality, you had charisma. Is this as distinct for all of you as it is for me? Yeah, encourage assholery beyond the trash talk. It's true. There is a flip side to that.
Collect all shiny coins.
There is a flip side to that. It's not a perfect solution. Yeah, speedrunning is another case of why, which is a great example because that community is thriving. AGDQ is actually in Pittsburgh now, where I live. It's his permanent home, and they're doing better than ever. I just watched somebody at AGDQ play Crazy Taxi with a live pop punk band. Phenomenal, but that's the why. The why is the question, and the why is what is going to determine what the future markets and communities and looks and really markets of video games are going to be. It's like we're at this point of cellular mitosis where everything's about to split, but we don't know the shapes. We know a couple of them maybe, but we don't know all of them. And the ones that exist are small, dedicated, but they haven't scaled yet. So when I say post-gaming, to conclude, that's what I mean. We are in the post-gaming age, not because gaming is dead, but because gaming is no longer the descriptor. As a descriptor, it's dead-ended. Gaming has identified its own set of aesthetic signifiers, its own set of lifestyle choices, its own set of dominant personae, which are not neutral, and in fact, are growing more toxic all the time, as evidenced by a certain gamer that would be king, that we're all having to deal with right now. And that's kind of hit crux. At least for now. Maybe that'll change in the future. I don't think it's definitively dead, but as far as where we're at, yes, the post-gaming age is here. The question is what that will look like. That's one of the things I want to explore with Aqua Lounge. So what is the why of Aqua Lounge? Well, that's why I made that video. An aesthetic media streaming network. And by that I mean, games plus other things around it. Game-centric, but animation, music, film, you name it. Interviews, documentaries, education even. That are game-centric, but everything is everything is bolstering how games connect to the world and the human experience through aesthetic. That is the why. So that's why I opened with that video. Because if we're in the post-gaming age, we need a why. That's Aqua Lounge's why. The aesthetic that it chooses speaks for itself. But as far as written word, boilerplate is aesthetic media streaming network seeks to connect games to human experience by connecting through aesthetic life. I had to chew on that for pretty much the entire time I've been streaming, and my hiatus. It's a very difficult statement to summarize, and even then there's a lot of vaguity in it, which is why I presented it in a video form. And as for what that means, I'm thinking about more YouTube programming. And I'm thinking of doing a YouTube show with a semi-regular upload that's not a special, that's not a documentary, that's not a featurette. It's a little more stream of consciousness, a little more loose thoughts about where things are at, to try to connect back to that idea of post-gaming and connecting games to the human experience through aesthetic. There will be more thoughts about this in the future. That's kind of where we're at right now. Less script, more emotion, that's right. That's what I have in mind. I will be looking into, of course, a visual essay, perhaps. Not even that formal. The form of it still needs to be defined. But that's something I'm thinking about doing more, because more bespoke YouTube uploads, more bespoke YouTube content is definitely something I want to do. Frankly, numbers-wise, YouTube viewers don't really care that much about VODs. And so I'm still going to make them available, of course. But VODs aren't going to be able to carry this. And that's okay. That's why my focus is less on big, bombastic streams and then VODing it after the fact on YouTube. And it's going to be a little more balanced. And ideally, not alone. That said, if you, again... Oh, here we go! We're back! We're back! Oh no! Oh! We're back. We're so back. I still have no idea what in the hell is going on here.
Ready.
I'm fighting something back here.
Select yes to continue. Ready.
Yes, YouTube, much more curated. I'll still do full VOD uploads. I don't know if they're going to be, I don't know if they're going to be in the same format that they were now. I might move full VOD uploads to the archive channel, which wasn't really being utilized. Kind of like how Vinesauce does. Oh! What did I get? Congratulations! I killed him! I killed him! That seems like a great place to wrap this. Wow. Thank you. I have no idea what I just did, Flipnic, but and I appreciate it. Stage status. Oh, so it's got a little quest log for you. That's interesting. My God. UFO quiz show. Thank you for following, Cosmonaut. Recommendations place, a good place to select games to the lounge? Yes, it is. Thank you for following, G-Wake. But yes, YouTube, more frequent uploads, more bespoke content, less of a focus on VOD deliveries. Highlights are very time-consuming to cut, so I'm not quite sure. I might end up doing individual game profiles based on stream footage. Thank you, Mr. Joe Schmo, for the Prime sub. This has been a bumper stream for subs, I will say. Absolutely bumper. But regardless, to bring it back around, hopefully that explains a bit more about what the post-gaming age might be. Oh, Test Device sent me on a little party. Oh, it was a hit. Excellent. Good to hear. Glad I'm good vibing noise. But yeah, hopefully that clears up a little bit more than what I could fit in a 5-minute video about just what I think post-gaming is, where we fit into it, and what's next. For that latter point, there's really only one way to find out. So in summation, new overlay, more frequent streaming, less bombastic streams in favor. Let me drink a little water.
Oh my God.
Ready.
There we go.
Bumpers that have arrows.
Yes, more frequent streaming. Old Aqua Lounge numbered format is being reimagined so that streams can be a little bit more casual and pick up and play. Maybe even impromptu in some cases. I've really improved my tech chain to where I can, on an ideal world, especially once I get the mini set up, I can kind of just get ready to stream in about 15 minutes. Pretty cool. So, streaming smarter, not harder. Ideally, having more people to stream with, multiple people running the channel. By the way, if you have a pitch, oh, and thank you for the follow. If you have a pitch, run it my way. aqualounge.tv@gmail.com.
Fantastic time.
Aim for all the arrows.
More frequent YouTube uploads that are more bespoke.
Bonus.
What form that's going to take? Still being determined.
Good.
And more fun things coming up that I can't really talk about yet.
Hit the blue UFO with a ball to get an extra.
That's kind of the things that I've been thinking about for this relaunch. I feel like the time is right for it. I have the time now. I have the availability. A lot of the questions still have yet to be answered. But I figured that one of the best things that I had discovered over the course of streaming before I took my hiatus is all of you folks. And all of the insight and all the passion that you have participated in Aqua Lounge. Not just as a thing to watch, but as a thing to really be a part of a community around. So I figured we might as well do it together. Thanks for being on this wild ride with me. It's only going to get wilder. Because we are in wild times, and wild times call for wild rides.
Hurry, hurry.
Oh, the intro already is on YouTube. It's on the aqualounge.tv YouTube channel.
Ready.
We're going to be Mr. Bonesing it. Yes, whether we like to or not. So might as well have some fun. So with that, I guess before I wrap, any questions from anybody about how things are going? What I have in mind, immediate future of stuff? play a little longer for the Q&A from chat to come in. By the way, if you want to hang out after the stream, join that aqualounge.tv Discord. You can find the invite at linktree/aqualounge.tv. When can we expect the next stream? Well, my goal right now is to stream every other Sunday. So, at the very least, it'll be in 2 weeks. Soon. How is the hip-hop album coming along? I'm under NDA, which is Never Dream Again. About a hip-hop album of mine. I do have emotes in mind. There was a game that we played a little bit ago called Blue Legend of Water on the PS1, which is this crazy little underwater exploration game where you have like an AI dolphin companion, and it's like a really cool look. Hudson Soft, of all people, developed it. Oh, and that's perfect timing. Hudson Soft, of all people, developed Blue, and I'm going to be clipping some dolphin emotes, fun things like that. So yeah, we got some emotes coming. How has streaming changed your perspective on games craft? I feel like streaming and games craft have been more complementary for me. I think that as a developer, I understand how the sausage is made more. As a streamer, I'm consistently exposing myself to new things to not get too bogged down in the echo chamber of being a developer, because that is its own echo chamber. Developers primarily, game with other developers like other developers do. And that's one of the reasons I really wanted to go back to streaming for my sake, is because it keeps me engaged with what's actually moving on in the world and things I care about. So I feel like those two combine to make me better at both things. I see them as a symbiotic relationship, and that's part of why, again, can't go into details, you're going to be seeing more of what I do as a developer on stream. Let's see, what else we got here? Any obvious ways to support, other than obvious, just to keep the lights on? Join that Discord that I just talked about, linktree/aqualounge.tv, has got everything you need. Patreon is something that I'm figuring out. I haven't really talked about it much, but it is in the plans. I have some fun things planned for that, but it's going to need some ramp up so that I can make sure that it's feasible, scalable, and works. Until now, just keep turning out. That's the number one best thing you can do. Even just follows makes such a huge difference. We are also on Bluesky now at aqualounge.tv. That's just the handle. I get the custom URL and everything. We're still on Twitter, X, whatever the hell you want to call it. I want to stay on there as little as possible. Thank you for the follow there. I'm getting rid of that Fruitopia font. Can't read that. So right now, the best way you can do that is by subs or follows. Participate in the Discord. I have a coffee open as a tip line if you'd like to, go to that. That's on aqualounge.tv, and I believe is also on the link tree. But Patreon is something I'm going to be focusing on. It's kind of the third prong, tying together my streaming content and my bespoke video content. Everything from, patrons only channels on the Discord to patron only media, patron only videos, patron perks. People can, the Retro Pals and their patron gauntlet is big inspiration on that. Shout out to Danny and Alex of the Retro Pals if you're around, by the way. I love you guys. I watch you like every night to fall asleep. So that's all coming down the pipe. Right now, subs, follows, Discord are the best way. Thank you for asking, by the way. It means a lot. Have I played Egg on PS1? Yes, I have played Egg. That is a wild game, and I will probably run it. I believe it's got AI, so I can run Egg. I would say almost 2 hours, more like an hour and a half. I started late, 7:15. Blue was at a games exhibit you went to. What games exhibit was that, G.I.Wake? Because I would love to know. Beyond Citadel. Interesting. For the pitches, quick thought, but would you be thinking about seasonal things that fit aesthetically? Anything and everything's on the table. The Aqua Lounge aesthetic is distinct. If you think that what you would have to bring to the table for a pitch is something that fits the visual language, vibe, and things we've featured on Aqua Lounge so far, I want to hear about it. And, did you play the Iblard PS1 game? I know about Iblard. I have not played Elemental Gimmick Gear. That egg on Dreamcast is different than egg on PS1. We got a lot of eggs. I've not played Iblard, but I know about Iblard, and it is a fan translation. So I'm aware of all that. But with all of that, I believe my time for the night draws short. My voice grows hoarse. My sentences grow spaghetti. And, yeah, the price of eggs is going up. Oh, I should do an egg stream. That's a great idea. That all said, thank you so much for coming. It's great to be back. I'm probably going to be in the Discord all night gabbing with folks after this, sharing some thoughts, getting some threads going, spinning up some channels to start getting ideas underway. And at the very least, I'll be seeing you in what I believe will be a couple Sundays from now. Thank you all so much for turning out. We're closing out for the night. Later.